Black Lemon Drops. Art production by Joseph Simpson. Humanities 303. Let's begin. The 1600s. The first slave shipped 1619. This drawing was actually patented by the U.S. Patent Office. It showed a display of how these cargo ships housed slaves that brought them from Africa to America. If you look at it, it's crazy to even think that they had people packed up like this. (1792 to 1800). This drawing was created by the artist Samuel Blogger Jr. Now, when the maps was laid out for the beginning of America, United States, Washington, D.C., you had a guy by the name of Benjamin Banneker, who was actually a black man, and another guy by the name of Perry Charles Elephant. Well, Elephant was actually a jerk. He got pissed off and took his plans with him when they did a map of the city on how they was going to construct everything. But Benjamin Banneker, being the great person he was able to remember everything and continued the project. They actually did a survey to find out who was going to be the architect of creating the first White House, and a guy by the name of James Hoban, he ended up winning the gig to do the first White House, which he started it in 1792 and he finished in 1800. So what do we mean by black lemon drops? As America was starting out, believe it or not, America has always been a melting pot of different races, from the American Indians, the Europeans, the Spaniards, the Jews, the Irish, and the Africans. Each race has contributed in its own unique way. But as we dig into the oil wells of history, what springs up is that black gold, also known as black sunshine, and then the term I've came up with, the black lemon drops. And as we squeeze this black lemon juice and bring forth the sourness of blood, sweat, and tears that have poured into the soil of forgetfulness, the roots have sprouted up the most powerful, fertile branches this world has ever seen. We must never forget the ancient Egyptians, Timbuktu, and the Moors, who were all black lemons that changed society. And while history tries to cover up the pluckings from the trees of black lemons, always remember, the blacker the fruit, the sweeter the juice. So as we take a look at the picture, you'll see the wrist is colored in red, the fist is colored in blue, the fingertips are painted in white, the lemon is actually surrounded by black, and then you see the juice of the black lemon juice coming down onto the first White House. And you'll see a tattoo of a slave ship. Now what this symbolizes is the red wrist symbolizes the red states, which were Republicans. The blue fist symbolized the blue states, which were the Democrats, while the white on the fingertips represents the stars. The black lemon juice is the Africans that came through the slave ships and squeezed everything that they have created for America to become a great country, and it's poured on top of the White House, which lands onto the soil, which created the foundation for this nation to become a great country. So as the slave ships docked on American soil to feed the red, white, and blue, who knew what great impact slavery would have for helping to solidify the United States of America as a dominant country? Now, as you look into this art piece, the black lemon drops, Its artistic movement symbolized the accomplishments that African slaves, who were once considered three-fifths of a human being, contributed to America, from inventions like the cotton mills to help push the production of cotton. African Americans like Benjamin Banneker, whose photographic memory allowed him to finish building the first White House and is laying out the foundations in the city-states. Two African Americans helping to fight in the Revolutionary War. And who would ever thought all the blessings to help turn this great country into the greatest place on the planet was Africans that were packed like sardines in them slave ships. So we must never forget our ancestors who helped create this great country and turned it into the most powerful country that the world has ever seen. I want to thank them, and I thank you for listening.